Hello and welcome to the first cast of the Hyperion Open Cup. I am your play-by-play caster, Lemon Pepper, and I'm joined in the booth here by Dylan. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing good, Lemon Pepper. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to be on the maiden voyage, if you will, for this second iteration of the Hyperion Cup. You know, it was awesome to be a part of the first one, I have to say, both as a caster standpoint and as a player. I'm looking forward to this second run through. I'm ready to see a lot of these teams we might remember from last season, so to speak, but also some new faces as well. And we have some of those new faces here tonight as Frost Surge takes on Peanut Butter Panthers. Coming up, we've got the lineup for Frost Surge. You know, we've got Nodlin and Winter on the tank line, Scaro and Ricey, Cabododer and Zeromanther, and we do see some familiar faces here, Dylan.
Yeah, I specifically remember Winter, Scaro, Ricey, and Cabadozer. Uh,
Absolutely.
I remember that it was Frost and Nova, I believe. It's been a while. My brain hasn't been thinking about Hyperion Cup, the first or the original season, but I do remember those names, and I do remember that they brought a really good showing on the heroes that they like to play, and a good team coordination as well.
Yeah, this seems like the core roster that they brought along for this iteration in Frost Serve. It really seems like an iteration that brought some of the strong pieces. You look at staff members like Rook and know that this is going to be a team that's really going to bring their A game. As we go over now to the opposing side, we've got a brand new team here in Hyperion Cup in Peanut Butter Panthers. We've got Mattman and Darth Bieber on the tank line, as well as Velikos. We've got Widowmane, Tater, and Zuko, and Deku on our DPS and support line. And what do you make of this so far, Dylan?
Honestly, Lemon, I haven't seen much about this team, and I really don't have much to go on. But I am very excited to see what they bring to the table. You know, as new players coming to this tournament, it's just always very interesting to see what they're going to bring, the team compositions they're going to bring, the synergy and the team coordination that they're going to bring. And I honestly, really, I'm just looking for them to prove themselves in this tournament today.
Absolutely, they're X-Factors. You know, we haven't seen them in this competition before. I don't know if a lot of the teams playing in the tournament are familiar with them, possibly scrimmed with them in the past. With that comes a lot of uncertainty, and that can bring a lot of opportunity for a team like Peanut Butter Panthers to really make a name for themselves. We will be starting map 1 on Lijiang Tower. That's kind of like a bread and butter map. Speaking of peanut butter, that's kind of your standard map for control. I feel like these days. And what are you looking to see out of these teams for that, Dylan?
What I'm looking to see specifically map control. Map control is very big on these three control maps, and I'm looking to see how the teams can work around and just make it to where the opposing team cannot get into that control point. I'm talking specifically places like Garden, wanting to control that bridge, wanting to control that white room. Same thing with with Control Center, wanting to control that white room initially, maybe do some wraparounds, catch them off surprise. Like you said, Peanut Butter Panthers might not that no one might not have any footage or VOD reviews of them, so they can be coming in here with a big advantage of with hidden comps, hidden ideas that maybe their coach has put together. Maybe some players have brought in their input and just brought their own style to the game. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how they can put themselves into this game. That's what this game is all about.
Absolutely. And I must say too that there's a lot of Symmetra potential here on this first map. And I have seen this DPS line of Scare and Ricey. They've pulled out Symmetra. A lot of these other DPS picks that'll lend themselves really well. It does look like we'll be starting out on Control Center. You've seen a lot of Junkrat Symmetra comps here. That's something that I think, just from what I know of Frost Surge's DPS line, I feel like that's something that's gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Sim Junkrat. You know, but what if you were the opposing team and you saw that? What would you be doing to counter that?
Sim Junkrat, I would be looking to catch that Symmetra out of position, that Symmetra in that composition, as you see them both pulling up the exact same mirror compositions with the Junkrat and the Symmetra. So really what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to get your Symmetra into the enemy team with your Reinhardt. Your Reinhardt has to pocket your Symmetra player the entire time. They have to be on the exact same note the entire game as they try to put pressure down on the opposing team, while also trying to keep that glass cannon, which is Symmetra, alive.
Absolutely. I mean, Symmetra and Junkrat both being linchpins to your damage dealing. You have to keep them alive. And starting out, we are going to take this fight early in White Room. Ricey taking out Darth Beaver early to start this off. Winner will go ahead and knock down that Immortality Field. Zuko doing the same for the opposing side. And now we look at Scarrow getting to go to work with that Symmetra. Ricey taking down Derpy, and now Frost Surge really have Peanut Butter.
Yeah, for sure. That was a very quick fight. It's always good for your team when your Junkrat takes out the opposing Junkrat. That just relieves the pressure from your main tank shield. I know Nodlin was having a great day there, not having any shield. And we say that, and Ricey already with the first pick here.
And that's Derpy getting a nice pick onto Nodlin. That might be something for Peanut Butter to possibly do with, possibly get a bit of a soft reset. But yeah, that was huge by Ricey early on getting that double.
Oh, especially with your main tank, with Nodlin going down as well. If Ricey wouldn't have gotten that pick, this could be a whole different point. But Amplification Matrix comes out here.
On it for. Meanwhile, that's a huge double kill. That was a great delay on that, really letting the Amplification Matrixes bait on both sides. And Ricey's just going to clean that up with another double. Nodlin taking out Zavi on that Symmetra, and now this is just looking all Frost Surge.
Oh, for sure. Ricey just carried that fight right there. He got 2 kills with the tire and then followed up with a nice flank to catch 2 more. And right there, the two tire kills, that's already the end of the fight. And you really love to see it. They won the fight off of basically just that tire. I mean, I know they used Shatter there, but that's all it took to win the fight, as we see the Symmetra wall come out and a bomb in return.
Nice, a lot of ults being expended, but so far Ricey the only one doing any killing as he takes down Pin and Zavi. Darth Beaver now getting in on the mix, taking out the Baptiste of Suramantha. Ricey taking down the Immortality Field. Sound Barrier coming out from Cabo Dozer there. Now we have a nice double kill coming out from Darth Beaver with the tire. He also gets the D-Mech as well, and now this is looking better for Peanut Butter. They look to be kind of setting their footing on the point. They're getting some progress, and it's none too soon either. It's about 90% on the board for Frost Surge.
That fight couldn't have come for them at any better time, and if you'd have messed up on that fight, that could have been the end for them. So really good for Darth Beaver to find those 2 tire kills and that D-Mech on the Diva. But coming in, they don't really have much though. They used most of everything they had to capture that point. All they have is a Symmetra wall as Frost Surge looks to push in.
Yeah, certainly, Frost Surge can play this patiently. They have ults to work with. They have even more on the horizon, in fact. And all that Peanut Butter has is that window coming out, or that wall coming out from Zombie. He gets that, but Darth Beaver's taking down Nodlin. Winner has already taken out the Immortality Field. That's 1 resource down for Frost Surge. That's the self-destruct coming out, inexplicably getting 2 there. Ricey getting the martyrdom kill as well onto Matman. And all these picks coming up on the side of Frost Surge. It's just a question of if they'll have anyone left to retake the point.
I want to say that was a beautiful bomb coming out from Winner. As a Diva player myself, it is beautiful to see when you can split that wall perfectly in half. So where there is no good cover, he came in with 2. But that would be Nodlin with an Earth Shatter. I don't know how many he caught there, but as Winner picks up Matman, there's not going to be any Shatter in this fight.
And Darth Beaver able to get Cabo Dozer even with the Immortality Field. They're Scarrow and Winner though getting a pair of kills themselves. Darth Beaver's still in the mix, so you're never out of it when that Junkrat's on the field. Progress being turned in the favor of Peanut Butter. They've got the picks to back it up, and they will take this point back, at least for the moment.
Yeah, there was a very back and forth fight there. I honestly thought Frost Surge was going to walk away with it, but Peanut Butter Panthers able to come back in and keep the point recontested and able to actually flip it back into their favor. 62% here. I mean, they're sitting pretty. They've now got a few ults they can work with. They've got the Earth Shatter. They've got the Amplification Matrix, and here pretty soon they will also have a Sound Barrier.
I like how Frost Surge is taking this white room. They're getting the high ground early. That is an Amplification Matrix coming out from Derpy early. That's going to cause Frost Surge to basically back up. Darth Beaver taking advantage of that, taking out Ricey, taking out the counterpart on the outside. And now that will allow Peanut Butter to go ahead and push up a little bit, take that ground, rightfully so.
I want to look at what the ults coming up, because this is going to be the last fight. So we have an Earth Shatter and a Beat and possibly a Bomb later. Oh, and Suramantha goes down. There's no Baptiste in this fight, but Nodlin takes down Matman after he uses the Shatter. This could go either way, Lemon.
Now Darth Beaver's going to be able to take that tire. He gets 1, but Winner gets 2 with the self-destruct. Ultimately now just 1 for 1 on the point. Overtime ticking strong. Right now, Peanut Butter in control for the moment. They're getting the cleanup. Overtime ticking down. It's basically just stall. Zero Mantha going down. Derpy getting all the cleanup with the Baptiste. And now Peanut Butter coming from behind to go ahead and get a 1-0 starting score on Li Zhang.
That was a great turnaround from Peanut Butter Panther. It really shows going down from being full held to full holding the opponent. Really shows the discipline and
That was
the
poison patience, absolutely.
Exactly, it shows the mental fortitude to keep pushing on, knowing that hey, maybe that was just some pre-game jitters. We've never been on the big stage before. I don't know if they have or haven't. I'm just throwing that out there, but able to turn it around. I got to give it to Darth Bieber. He did some round saving ultimates there with Junkrat Tire.
Yeah, Scarro started strong, but it was really Darth Bieber finishing strong on the Junkrat. And now we see Darth Bieber over on the Doomfist. You've got Xavi still on the Symmetra. Scarro and Ricey are running the Sim May combo. So far, no picks coming out. The turret's set up, just wheeling and dealing on the center of the point. Immortality coming out. Matman taking that down. Immortality's now out for both sides. And it is Peanut Butter Panthers having control on the point early as control point unlocks. They've still got a few seconds before that starts. Still no picks, though.
There's still no picks. I really enjoy Darth Bieber on this Doom. He's just keeping the
What an aggressive charge
out of
there.
the point, but a very aggressive charge that he will pay for his life.
And I mean, still, it's a very slow fight, but now Darth Bieber's going to break this open. He's taking out Scar on the Symmetra, and that's going to be a bit of a release valve, I imagine, as Frost Surge will go ahead and make their exit. That will allow Peanut Butter Panthers to go ahead and start really getting that progress going.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Frost Surge take that fight a little bit earlier. When they started the fight, they had allowed Peanut Butter Panthers to actually capture, so they did get a little bit of percentage, not much, but they still did get some. But I'm going to be looking at Darth Bieber here, making sure that he's able to just keep the tanks out of the point, just knock them back, push them around, and when he can find an opening, go for a backline pick.
Absolutely. Now we've seen Nodlin has gone over to this Wrecking Ball too. He's going ahead and setting up in that nice kind of off angle. Going to be possibly trying to pressure the supports, doing a nice roll through there, taking out some turrets, slams in. Now he's kind of just fair game as the freeze comes out. No one really caught in it, but seems to have zoned as Darth Bieber gets a nice ultimate kill onto Zuramantha's Ana. Darth Bieber still making his presence felt with that Doomfist. Progress still continuing on the side of Panthers. They're really just, maintaining, getting good kills here. Now you see Pin coming in with a nice pair of kills. Darth Bieber getting the D-Mech as well. And it's a very slow, methodical, withdrawn fight that then ultimately Peanut Butter Panthers just seem to come out on top of them every time.
Oh, for sure. So this Wrecking Ball comp is a very slow, methodical comp to get set up, but then you want to have very fast engagements, very fast disengagements. So the longer that they take to set up, with 80% now, they really only have one more fight. And most of this percentage is going to be them setting up the Wrecking Ball and the Tracer and the Echo. So
and I'm concerned
they
there's
really
no one to block that Shatter either.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's going to be a big ult here. They've got the control. That's a nice self-destruct coming out from Winter. Able to get the Immortality. Oh, and the Shatter shutting down the remake. Winter goes down. That's all that's really come of it so far, though. Now, Fire Strike coming out. Zuko taking out Cabo Dozer. Pin taking out Scarro. Now the picks really coming in for Peanut Butter Panthers. Xavi taking down Nodlin. Pin taking down Zuramantha. Only one person on point. And now overtime ticking down. And this looks to be a compelling 2-0 victory. But now Winter has something to say about that, thankfully. But no, this will be kind of short-lived. And ultimately, it does look like Peanut Butter Panthers will be taking this first round 2-0.
Yeah, very good showing from Peanut Butter Panthers. Like we said in the pregame, they could have some hidden strats. It didn't really look like any new strats that anyone saw. Maybe the Doomfist.
The Doomfist was a nice wrinkle. Yes,
it was. I mean, usually you see the May, but the thing that the Doomfist has that the May doesn't is a bunch of crowd control. That's why he's my least favorite character in the game. But I just don't like crowd control. That's me. But he was able to keep Nodlin, because I remember they came out on the Ryan initially. He was able to keep Nodlin out of the point. And he really couldn't push forward without getting punched to the back of his team.
Yeah, that was. There wasn't anything, sort of comp revolutionary. It was the same sort of tank lines that we've seen time and time again currently in this meta. So it was just kind of interesting to see that the Doomfist provided an interesting sort of wrinkle. But at the end of the day, I think it was just tempo from Peanut Butter Panthers. They played slow.
Mhm.
They let the fight draw out. They didn't really play the way that Frost Surge needed them to play on those ball comps, specifically on that second point. And I think it really just kind of came back to bite them, and it allowed Panthers, they get all this progress sort of built up ultimately. And at the end of the day, I mean, they're just able to sit there, and it's all on Frost Surge to really push in and pressure in. And they don't really have anything to go with. You've got the Doomfist, anytime an off angle tries to come, you've got Doomfist harassing it. Darth Beaver was also doing an excellent job of, providing pressure and then getting back to his team, getting back to resources, and then going back out and doing it again and staying alive. And that was what, I mean, when you really get down to it, that's what Panthers did so well, is they stayed alive. They weathered the storm, and then they won.
That's sometimes all it takes is, prepare for the storm, weather the storm, and then give your own storm. Uh, and Darth Beaver did a really good job of that. He'd go out and put pressure on the tanks, maybe the supports. He really didn't. He really wasn't only in the back line. He was helping his front line when they needed it. He was, pressuring the back line when he could, and that just shows, that's a player who knows how to play the game, knows what they're doing, and knows how to get value in more ways than just kill the support's forehead.
Yeah, in more ways than just DPS go burr. Absolutely, it was a very a high level of play coming out from Peanut Butter Panthers. And I mean, that's not to say that Frost Surge were any slouch as well. I think you saw a lot of value, especially early on in their DPS line. You saw Scare and Ricey getting a ton of value. I thought Nodlin on the Reinhardt looked really strong. Winter on the Diva exceptional. And I mean, we saw strong DPS or support plays coming out. So it didn't look like all was really lost for Frost Surge. They just kind of got put on the back foot a lot of times, and it really just came back to bite them, and they really didn't know how to kind of take that point away once they had it. That will be something that, being able to fight that point presence, that's something that's going to continually bite them, though, if they can't remedy that.
Yes, I agree. I mean, Frost Surge did not look like a bad team. Whatever they did well. They had great individual plays. Ricey, Winner. Maybe try and hold back some aggression, because I know a Reinhardt wants to get aggressive. That's just how Reinhardt players are. But nothing against Nodlin. I mean, he wasn't really ever out of position. He would just get aggressive real quick and get blown up because of the pure amount of damage that's coming out from Peanut Butter Panthers. So, not really anything that they need to work on, individual wise, maybe team wise, work on the tempo, as you said, work on that speed, that aggression, be able to get in, get out, and make those plays and do what they want to do. They need to take control of the game. They need to make Peanut Butter Panthers play reactionary Overwatch rather than, I can't think of the word, but you know what I'm saying. Uh,
No, I get you. I really do.
Peanut Butter Panthers. I mean, they took control of that game, and the entire time it was Frost Surge reacting to what they were doing. When they were in control of the point. And so when you saw Frost Surge, when they had control of Control Center, they were the ones making the plays. They were the ones getting aggressive. You'd see Ricey. Was it Ricey? Yes, it was Ricey. He would go off on flanks, not really flanks, but just off angles, and put pressure in other ways, making Peanut Butter Panthers react to where this Junkrat was, react to where the damage was coming from, split the resources from the enemy team, and make them, in the end, I've said it. I'm going to beating a dead horse here. They're reacting to what you were doing, and that's really how you need to approach these fights and approach these games in general.
You're right, and it was. I mean, you saw that reactionary shift there in Control Center that really turned the tide for Peanut Butter Panthers. Seems like my mic's going crazy. I'm going to see if that'll kind of tone itself down here in a
Yeah.
second. But to the map at hand, we do have a map choice coming out. It is a loser's choice here. So Frost Surge has selected Havana. We will have Peanut Butter Panthers attacking first. What do you think about so far that map pick, as well as what they're going to do on that, Dylan?
I can see one of two things: a close hold coming out from both teams, and if you're the attacking team, if you don't see a close hold, possibly a pirate ship. I know it's not as big on this map as it is on Junkertown, but I lied. There's a third option, and that's double shield galore.
Oh yes, double shield certainly has a lot of prevalence here on Ivana. I, for one, both as a player standpoint and as a caster, I love the close hold. I love seeing that. I love the aggressiveness of that. I'm a big Atlanta Reign fan. It's always something that I see them do, and I enjoy it. I try to have. We've seen it a lot as well in the Hyperion Cup. It's been described, in fact, as unfortunate. The full holds that we have seen so far in the past Hyperion Cup. So I'm looking to see if either team will kind of continue that tradition, give us some full holds here on Ivana. I love to see it. We've got the right tank line so far for it. We got the right support lines. It looks like we could be aggressive. I'm getting tired of my mic going crazy. I want to focus on Ivana here, not my mic. But I'm going to try and get my mic fixed real quick. Dylan, if you'll take over.
Yeah, I'll take over for some. So a lot of people don't know about well, they do know, but a lot of people have they're under the impression that you need to win these fights when you're close holding. And this close hold comp, it's not for winning the fight. It's actually for time control. You actually just want to stall that objective as long as you can, because with the Lucio, which both teams have, you can contest this point 3 times, right here, at the corner, and then at the very end. But we're going to go out of the gates here. We're on board with Darth Bieber. He's going to get walled off, but not too much. He's going to flash the opposing Ryan, but an Immortality Field comes out to save him. And Zuku and Zavi, they're just popping off here and allowing Matman to swing his hammer freely. And that's going to be a quick break of this close hold, as Hamwell said. A few unfortunate close holds, and that's definitely one for those books. As you definitely see that Peanut Butter Panthers is now taking some positioning, taking this ticket booth. This is a great position for them to be. Leave someone back to push the cart. As you see that cart now round in the corner.
Well, they did a great job of just staying together and basically preventing Frost Surge from doing anything here. And now you look at it, Zobby's going to get a lot of the cleanup here. They're going to get the Diva DMAC, and now it just continuing for Peanut Butter Panthers. The picks just coming in. They're really playing well in this brawl comp, just as a team unit.
They are. They're definitely a death ball, a big ball of death, being fronted by Matman with this hammer. You know, he can charge in. He did get that big buff, so if he can just get in there on the enemy team in the Earth Shatter, he's very out of position here with the window coming up. A nice wall to block that.
Oh yeah, Scarrow caught him slipping there. Nodlin's going to take out Zavi as well, and that's a lot of picks coming out for Frost Surge as they look to be able to stop this before the first checkpoint. Scarrow getting the kill onto the DMAC Diva. Not able to finish the Baby Diva. No, that is a stagger. I thought so. It looked like Scarrow was going to try that thing out, but that's, you know, this isn't a scrim. You have to watch out for the stagger, and Zuramantha will ultimately take down Pin there.
You hate to be Pin in that situation. I've been in that
Absolutely.
situation. You have nowhere to jump off the map. You're like, I guess I'll die.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
But as the Cassidy here drops the high noon, finds no one, but it is a good, way to buy some time. Don't really know if it was too necessary, but as we're getting into the fight here, both teams looking to take a fight. As we see that May wall doesn't really catch anyone off. Zavi here does bring out the Blizzard. There's a beat and a high noon. Yeah, there's a beat and high noon in return, so doesn't really allow them to get as aggressive.
Madman getting that nice double kill as well. Winner going to get the self-destruct farm. Darth Beaver taking out Winner. Back and forth now, and ultimately it looks like it will benefit Peanut Butter as they've got the numbers now. They're pushing away Sparrow on the Cassidy, and ultimately this will be Peanut Butter Panthers taking this in.
Yeah, good fight by them. Good reaction to that Blizzard. You saw the beat come out just to keep your team alive, and Darth Bieber, who was not caught in that Blizzard, dropped the high noon, and Frost Surge just couldn't get aggressive like the way they wanted to. And so it's not a failed Blizzard. It's just a better reaction coming out.
Better adjustment to position, yes. And speaking of good position, Amplification Matrix coming out from Zuramantha on that high ground there. Nodlin going to get the shatter. That's a nice fire strike to take out Darth Beaver. He does get counter shattered, I believe, there. And now the picks coming in for Peanut Butter Panthers. Nodlin, though, getting back on the good side of it, taking out Matman. Amplification Matrix coming out from Derpy as well. Ultimate's being invested here by Panthers. They do have numbers and force coming in as they pressure Nodlin and the rest of Frost Surge back. And ultimately, a bit of a disengage coming out from Frost Surge as they look to soft reset, but this is just progress now for Peanut Butter Panthers.
Very beautiful disengage there. You saw them as a unit just fall back to those stairs as Pin brings out a huge bomb that catches out some people out of position.
Oh, and the freeze invested again in possibly a losing fight as the picks continue to come in for Peanut Butter Panthers, and that's actually very unlucky for Ricey. That could be a fight turning ultimate, but ultimately the picks just kept coming in strong for Peanut Butter.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, Frost Surge with that good disengage, good re-engages. Scarrow brings out Zavi. There's no Blizzard in this fight from either teams.
And without that Blizzard on the board, Navi and Peanut Butter, they're going to probably play this low. They're probably going to try and back up a little bit, and they're doing just that. Scarrow's going to take that space aptly, continuing to take that high ground. And I liked how Peanut Butter Panthers originally, they took this fight on the high ground. I like to see them rotate and kind of take this back on even terms. Doesn't look like they'll do that, though. Looks like Pin is actually kind of getting hung out to dry there.
Yeah, he definitely a little bit too far forward. Flashbang straight into the shield, but a nice
great wall
from
coming
Ricey.
out. The double kill combo with the Deadeye as well. Nodlin and Ricey, DPS line cleaning up the rest of that for Frost Search, and now they've really planted their feet here on this defense.
Yeah, I agree. This second point can be a really tough cookie to crack. You know, maybe take this. I mean, they've already tried it, but take this right high ground and use some ults. Get Matman in and allow him to use that Earth Shatter. Like I said, it does 250 damage now in a small radius. So that, I mean, you could kill 4 players potentially on this team with just one Earth Shatter. Blizzard coming out from Zavi along with the
oh, that's a nice long range shatter coming out from Nodlin. Counter shatter coming out. No kills yet on the board. Amplification Matrix. Combodozer does take down the Immortality Field, and now a D-Mech onto Pin, but he will self-destruct to get back in. Down. Now for a couple Mike's going crazy again, but ultimately the picks are still coming in for Frost Surge. Zavi on the May, trying his best to just stall out, get some control on the point, but it is Frost Surge holding strong. This stagger is real.
You never see a stagger on a May just because she has the potential to get a kill. That is not what you want, but it was a good stagger nonetheless, because now there will be no May in this fight. With 10 seconds left, they're going to be Peanut Butter Panthers are going to be scrambling to get to this cart. They want to wait for their May, but they might not have the luxury, as that is a big Earth Shatter coming out with the High Noon. And will anyone be able to touch this cart? No, they will not. But good attempts nonetheless, and a great second point hold coming out from Frost Surge. After what looked like it could have been a little bit of trouble after those first 2 fights coming out of the gate. Not a really good close hold. Not a really good second fight. That's just the ultimate snowball advantage you get.
Yes.
But they came back and turned it around.
Yeah, the first 2 fights didn't go their way, but they held strong. They got a little bit of a hold first on A, and then really planting their heels there on B. And I just gotta say, I love what Scarrow was doing with that Deadeye. He was playing it really aggressively, getting up in the middle of his team, playing in the front lines, and then letting the pressure of that open up shatter opportunities for Nodlin, and the two just kind of feed off of each other in the sense that the pressure from the Deadeye coming out is causing this sort of release valve against the team, which then Nodlin's going to take advantage for the shatter, which is then going to let Scarrow and that Deadeye do all the work. It was just this sort of beautiful cycle that was getting a ton of value. Now we do see Scarrow going over to the Widowmaker, at least for the moment. Ricey on the Pharah. No Pharmacy at least yet. What do you make of that, Dylan?
Maybe Ricey on the Pharah, just to give for sounds. So sounds is a big part of Overwatch. They might hear this Pharah and maybe get scared of the close hold. They might. It doesn't really look like it though, as they are getting ready to do this close hold. But no, Ricey does swap over to the maze, so maybe just a little bit of trolling and spawn.
A bit of posturing, if you will. And now the Zavi with that Maywall looking to catch someone early. Looks like they will get the wall not quite there, but Winter's going to go ahead and take out Darth Beaver. Scare's going to take Immortality People. Nolan going down to the Diva of Pin. And now this is a little bit more back and forth than the first hold.
Yeah, a little bit more back and forth. Great team play there coming out of spawn, knowing that the May was going to wall you off. They walked out. They 3-2-1 came out of that spawn, and they were all out. No one got caught by the May wall.
Oh,
Scarrow,
good
though, might
remake!
be a little bit out of position. But
Pin with the remake kill. Combodozer and Ricey. Pin just keeping going on a tear, taking out the Immortality Field, taking out Nodlin, holding this corner.
Yeah, Pin, I love you. That's the play of the week on my part, but I'm a filthy diva man, so I'm biased, obviously.
You do love a good double remake kill, though.
Those are very hard to find, very hard to see, very hard to pull off. As we now see the amplification matrix come out from their
big kill. Ricey taking out Zavi early. That was a great wall onto that amplification matrix as well. As Madman frozen, ultimately taken down by Scaro. Scaro able to really go to work now. Free to roam. D.Va in the back line. Not really getting much value as Scaro pushes into that front line. And now, this looks like it will be progress, but self-destruct coming out. Manages to get Scaro. That's very impressive. Don't see how that happened. And getting back in the mech, continuing the stall. Ricey does take down Zuko. Winner will take down the counterpart of Pin. But still, the contest still holding strong. And this is just, I mean, this is what you want in a first hold. That's a nice time bank.
Yeah, they took off 2.5 minutes from that time bank, and they're going to have 2 more fights here. If they can just not get picked off here, not get staggered here. Still got a couple people coming as we see Pin swap over to the Sigma here. Maybe put a little bit pressure from different directions. But I just feel like the Frost Surge's comp is just a little bit faster with the D.Va instead of the Sig.
The passive freeze takes out Nodlin. But now the Deadeye not really getting much value from Scaro, but it will kind of push teams back, force the reposition. Maywell coming out, not getting much, mainly just to get out. This will be a reset as Panthers retake that hold there.
Yeah, and look at this. Because of that close hold, the card is no further than where it would be if you held back at that corner. And that is why that close hold is so beautiful. It's so great, is because you really can't, I mean, you really can't get punished by it in terms of cart progress. But dual amplification
great wall
coming out here.
Both walls, both Mays really popping off right now. The freeze coming out from Ricey. The self-destruct as well. It's going to get pinned. Combodozer got Zavi as well. Winner getting back in the back. Deadeye from Darth Beaver taking down Scaro as Zeromantha takes down Beaver. Shatter kill. We finally saw it. Zeromantha going down to Matman's close range shatter as Winner takes down the immortality field. Matman fighting for his life, ultimately going down to Combodozer. And now it looks like Frost Surge. They're getting the picks. They're turning the tide. And now progress will continue.
Yeah, there's going to be one more fight here right at the last second. And this is going to be a dry fight from everyone. Matman swaps over to the Orisa, so going over to the double shield. Nodlin is the only person with an ultimate, or anywhere near ultimate.
Yeah, be watching for that shatter.
It's going to be on this Earth Shatter, but he's got 2 shields to mess with as he's trying to get around and look.
Oh, he's got the angle here. Wall coming out. Shatter comes out, doesn't get much. He's in position, but Zuko's going to take him down. The Zenyatta getting a ton of value now as he takes down Skara. Hitman taking down the Immortality Field. Ricey falling to pin. The picks are coming in for Peanut Butter Panthers, and the time bank whittles down as well.
Yeah, 10 seconds here. You gotta ask, will anyone touch? No wrecking ball swaps as of right now. Looks like
I don't think they make it
charge
here.
Right on in. Maybe Combodozer can get it.
Nope.
No. Oh, there is a Tracer on the point, but she's going to get frozen up. Recalls to dodge that Blizzard and that freeze, but Zuko taking out his arch nemesis right there.
That's a nice flux coming out just to stall the D.Va from pin, but this is all just basically stall at this point as Peanut Butter Panthers are just kind of cleaning up the pieces. They've completed the full hold, and they look to take a 2-0 lead in this series and move on to match point.
Yeah, very, very good showing right there on the defense side. Offense, your attack really not as good as you'd hope for. You'd like to get it into the 3rd point, but you know, after getting held up halfway through 2nd, they came back and showed that their defense is better. Doing a perfect example of that close hold, taking off half of the time bake, and then really only allowing Frost Surge just a couple of more fights. So that was a great showing by them, and you know, I enjoyed that. And I like me some close holds. My friends always like to say that I do better when I'm in the enemy spawn, and Peanut Butter Panthers just showed right there that they do better in the enemy spawn.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, sometimes with full holds being as calm as they are in Havana, sometimes all you need is to get it into B, get that little bit of progress. But I mean, a big story, I think, as we saw in the play of the game there, Matman on that Reinhardt just getting a ton of value. I mean, I think that's been a real real sort of difference maker so far is just kind of the tank line in general has looked pretty strong on the side of Peanut Butter Panthers. And you see that 2-0 score line kind of backing it up. It will be Frost Surge's decision again as well for the map. And right now, if you're in Frost Surge's position, what are you looking to what changes can you make to bring this to a 2-1 score line, Dylan?
Um, really, it's just gonna. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that there's nothing they can do. It's just they're not playing bad Overwatch. They're just getting out teamed right now. Yeah, if you know what I mean. They're Peanut Butter Panthers is working as a cohesive unit, and if one person makes a call, hey, go kill this person, uh, then they go do it. They run as a one man wrecking squad. And that's hard to find an answer to right there. You just really have to do it better. And so I don't really know how long Peanut Butter Panthers has been playing together, but it looks like they've been playing together for a good amount of time with the amount of synergy we see in some of these plays they're doing between the Cassidy and the Reinhardt, or the May and the Diva, just whatever it may be. They have some very good synergy, very good coordination. And Frost Surge, while we know they are a little bit newer, I know some of them have been playing together. But Nodlin and Zeramantha are names that aren't familiar to me. Maybe I'm just being dumb, but they're not playing bad whatsoever. But really, the focus here is going to be on tempo. The momentum is all with Peanut Butter Panthers. They're on match point. So Frost Surge has to have that mental fortitude to not only give up in the within the jaws of defeat, but come back and play quicker, play faster than the other team, and that's really the only advice I can give.
Very true. And Peanut Butter Panthers, I mean, they're proving right now, as their name suggests, they are not only tasty, they are also aggressive. And they're playing well together. You love to see it. We're still waiting on that pick coming out from Frost Surge. But yeah, I have to say that the synergy as the newcomer team, the sort of X factor on the scene, as it were, the synergy being displayed is impressive. The support line is playing well. You're seeing good immortality field placement as well. I feel like the Baptiste play I think's been strong. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's an overall cohesive performance coming out from the side of Peanut Butter Panthers, and that's not to the discredit of Frost Surge. I mean, Ricey and Scarrow, you're seeing them in the kill feed. They're getting their picks. Winnard's doing his thing on the Diva, their thing on the Diva. I'm not sure. Zuramanthing, I mean, the support line doing well. I mean, I think all the pieces are there for Frost Surge. It's these little things, these little sort of just tighten up moments that Frost Surge needs to kind of turn to the side. And honestly, it could be as simple as a mental thing and a brief sort of mental reset in between this map that we're having here. That might be ultimately what we need for Frost Surge to turn the tide. It just depends, but it's definitely a question of just little adjustments, little X factors, if you will, and that's what's giving Peanut Butter the advantage. But at the end of the day, that advantage is equated to a 2-0 scoreline. They successfully 2-0 on Lijiang. Had a strong turnaround. I mean, that's the thing we forget is that Frost Surge really looked strong at the very beginning of the series. They came out, they landed the first punch, as it were, and Peanut Butter Panthers, they weathered that storm. They played this sort of patient sort of Overwatch on both points of Lijiang. They end up getting that win strong 2-0, and now they get the full hold on Pavana. So it's like, even though it's just little things that are making the difference is that Peanut Butter is putting on a pretty convincing performance.
Yeah, I really want to point out to the maze as well. You said it. You said it yourself. They're both maze, every single immortal or amplification matrix. They're walling them off, not just putting the wall in front of it, putting it behind it. They're putting it on it, so that
Dead
way
on
it
it.
doesn't dead on it, and that's hard to do in the heat of the fight. And so I just really want to give it out to those two maze. I feel dirty for saying that because everyone hates May.
They ruined the
Uh,
game.
they ruined the game. I will say not as much as Doomfist and Sombra, in my opinion, but that's just one man's
I can
opinion.
agree. I can
That's
agree.
just one man's
Specifically the
opinion.
Sombra. Boo that Sombra. But yes, I mean the May placements have been the wall placements have been great. I think the freezes have been for the most part. The ultimates have been strong. I mean, it's just been good team play that's really minimized a lot of the after contributions after
Mhm.
the Maywall, because you get that Maywall, you get the divide, and now what do you do with it? And it's either been counter Maywalls, kind of shutting down what you can do. It's been good team play, supporting everything. All in all, like I said, it just goes back to these are two, despite the scoreline, these are two pretty evenly matched teams. But it is Peanut Butter Panthers doing the little things to put them over to the edge to give them that 2-0 scoreline. We do have a map pick now. Frost Surge selecting Hollywood. And we do, while we're here too, I also noticed pronunciation change. We have been calling Xavi. It's actually Javi. We've got that pronunciation in finally. I should have done better with my pronunciations prior. But going into Hollywood, this map choice from Frost Surge, what are they going to do here that's going to make the difference, do you think, Dylan?
Let's see. Um, is Frost Surge on the attack or the defense first? It looks like they are on the defense first. So
Good
really
choice.
gotta make a statement here, and really gotta make a statement here, and hold off Peanut Butter Panthers, hold off their attacks. Uh, maybe a double shield. We haven't seen them do it. We have seen Peanut Butter Panthers uh, move over towards the double shield towards the end of Ivana. Uh,
Indeed.
but you really gotta find a way. You can't let them get the momentum going immediately. If Peanut Butter Panthers comes in and takes the first point in the first fight, that's just gonna be bad for the mental of Frost Surge. Um, and
Absolutely.
it's gonna be bad for the mentals, and it's just gonna give Peanut Butter Panthers even more of that momentum. Snowballing is a huge thing in this game, and momentum is snowballing.
Yeah.
So they really have to shut down Peanut Butter Panthers and make a statement that says, hey, you've got us up right now, but we can still hang, we can still fight, and we're gonna give you everything we got till the very end. I kind of think
Momentum
back
is
to
just
Rock.
snowballing.
Yeah,
It's just snowballing that goes map to map, right? That's all momentum is. It's just a snowball from the previous map.
yeah. I was gonna reference Rocky here, how he's just bloodied up, he's beaten up, but he's still in the last round when it fights, he's still able to make that knockout punch, and that's what Frost Surge has to do here. They have to be able to deliver this knockout punch. As you see them on the funny comp, as people like to call it, Neo Goats. I just like to call it better Ryan Zarya.
Six
Uh,
man, the good old
yeah,
6 man.
Playing on the defense here, though, with that composition, uh, it's going to be fun to watch how they pull that off. Maybe go straight into this Zarya, this Zarya core. Let your Winston dive. Who's he diving in this composition? That's my question. But they are going to have to worry about Zuko, though. Not Zuko, Darth Bieber and Zuko as well, as they're going to be looking to put pressure down from the sky.
Now Scaro getting the first pick onto Derpy, and that's what you want to do if you're in 6-man, taking out the main source of healing for the core. Cabadozer and Scaro going to get a couple more picks under the belt as well. Nodlin taking down Pin, Cabadozer taking down Javi, and now that's a good start on the 6-man for Frost Surge.
Yeah, very good start, and they did exactly what I said. They're actually forcing Pin to swap his to swap their pick over from the Zarya. You really want that double bubble, but the D.Va's just going to do a lot more at protecting this Winston from this Reaper. You see them staging here. Ricey in the backline looking for a hack.
Well, that's a nice pick coming out on Zuramantha. Matman going to take down Cabadozer. Now, Winner is going to take down Derpy. Derpy getting taken down early in both fights now. But that's still a 2-1 advantage coming out. Bieber taking down Nodlin. Scaro taking out the Monkeys are no longer on the field as Bieber gets another couple kills, mainly just one kill, but ultimately getting taken down by Ricey. Scary taking down Zuko. And Frost Surge beaten but not broken as they hold this defense.
Yeah, the very good turnaround. Darth Bieber got a good couple of picks there at the beginning, and I thought this was going to be a first point cap for, or at least
Agreed.
most of it, for Peanut Butter Panthers.
Progress at least, right?
Yeah, at least some progress. But you held them to no cap percentage, not even a single tick. And that's very good. That's a very big showing right there. As you can see, the six-man die or six-man.
Look at Bieber coming over the top, getting the barrage. He's got Commodores. Matman's going to take down Scarro. And now Matman going to work. He's hacked. Nodlin taking down Darth Bieber. You don't see that every day. Winston taking down the Farah. Primal coming out from Nodlin as he buffets back the Diva mech of Pin. Self-destruct coming out. Done. All kinds of effects coming on to Nodlin now. Zuko getting the brig kills, but Hobby's going to take down Nodlin. Big EMP coming out, but Winter's going to get the self-destruct, taking down Hobby, taking down the mech of Pin. Pin will go down to Cobbledozer, and now still no progress yet as Frost Surge continues to contest. And now they've got Cobbledozer taking down Derpy. Darth Bieber does take down Zeromancer, but these are still a lot of picks just coming in for Frost Surge.
And again, no capture percentage,
Wow.
not even a tick. That is just amazing by Frost Surge to be down 2-3 players and still not allow the capture percentage to come through. Big EMP from Ricey, a big bomb. It only caught one, but it did force players off of the point into different areas where they're now free to take damage from Scarrow and the Reaper.
That was a great spy.
That was a great spy. As Hobby takes down Ricey in the back, there's not going to be any more hacks. Your tanks are free to do what they want.
Taking down Hobby. There's no Reaper on the field now for the side of Peanut Butter. But that's the only pick now. Now Winter taking down Zuko, and now this is Frost Surge getting a lot of picks in their favor. Derpy will take down Zeromancer, but Cobbledozer taking down the Darth Bieber. Self-destruct coming out for Pin. It won't get anyone, forces people off the point. No, still no progress. Cobbledozer getting the kill on to Derpy. Matman low on health. He manages to get the kill on Cobbledozer. Ricey and Scarro combining for a bunch of kills. That Death Blossom getting a ton. Ricey finishing off Hobby. And again, Frost Surge holding strong with 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds here. Who's going to touch? There is a Somber just waiting to touch, recontest. All Darth Bieber has to do is just touch. Oh!
He didn't get the touch? What? Oh no.
Oh.
The shift. The momentum shift is incredible right now. I mean, you could feel Frost Surge sitting forward in their chairs on that defensive hold. Each time, even when the picks would come in for Peanut Butter Panthers, there was no progress ever attained. There was always just one or two people left standing on the side of Frost Surge. And to culminate it there with Darth Bieber on the Symmetra, cloaked, decloaks, just off the point, ends the round. I mean, this is a huge turn of events for Frost Surge. This is really the question now is, can Peanut Butter can they basically right the ship now? Because they've just given a massive opportunity here to Frost Surge to get right back in this series.
I'm speechless, Lemon. My jaw is on my desk right now. My hand is in my face.
Now, ultimately, it was just a stall. This was ultimately possibly for a foregone conclusion of the full hold. But at the same time, you put that on top of the fact that it was just a nice hold, and it's just about the momentum to me, man. I mean, it's just phenomenal. This is exactly what Frost Surge was looking for. And if you're Panthers, man, you gotta force out the draw here, because that's the only way you bring it back into your favor, I feel like.
Yeah, if you can pull off a full hold here, 2 full holds, that will really put a stop to Frost Surge's big momentum shift. Maybe, possibly, I could be wrong, but they're bringing out this composition again, and you know they seem to have it down to a very good. They have it down, and Ricey just going around looking for some scouting, looking for some hacks, as you see him up here on top of this this balcony, telling his team that, hey, this is now free for you to come up, but they're going to be met in this stairway. This could be very dangerous for Peanut Butter Panthers.
It's all going to be who gets the first pick here, and the D-Mech onto Winner from Matman. Pin is going to take down Nodlin. And now, Javi taking down Winner, and now these are the picks for Peanut Butter Panthers coming in. They're back at the choke, and this looks to be pretty well in hand for their first defense.
Yeah, the only thing, though, is they can't... Matman already building up a very fast Earth Shatter, but they cannot get too they cannot get too aggressive with these ultimates. They have to use them perfectly. I know exactly what Frost Surge has in their mind. Hey, let's build up to every single ultimate we have and use them all at the same time.
Yes.
You know that game when it's that game in quick play or competitive, and just everyone comes in and presses Q at the same time. That's exactly what Frost Surge is waiting to do. Zeramantha does have this Coalescence, so they might use it to just give Frost Surge more staying pressure on this
And they
point.
will, but Matman getting the Shatter kill onto Scaro, Darth Beaver getting the Deadeye kill onto Zeramantha. Zeramantha managing to use that Coalescence to take out the Immortality Field, but that's about it. And as you said, that Coalescence coming out, but ultimately 2 ults for 1 ult. And now this is another nice hold by Peanut Butter Panther.
Yeah, and look at it. They're coming up on the EMP. I don't wait until winter respawns, but they do have the primal rage. They're close to the death blossom, the spinny thingy.
Spinny thingy. Yes.
So I mean,
Indeed.
really, Ricey just has to wait for one other person to get their ultimate, be it Winter, be it Scaro, and just all they have to do is combo it, and Zuko has to make sure that they don't get caught. Derpy has to be right there with an immortality field, make sure they don't get caught. Obby's hiding here in the back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's a very hard hide. Like, he's nowhere near anything, and now Scaro's gonna get 1 pick. He's gonna take out the Immortality Field, and now he's pushing in on the D.Va. He's got the D-Mech. He goes in with the Blossom. He's got 2 more. He's on the Reinhardt now. Sound Barrier. That was a clutch Sound Barrier coming out from Zuko to keep his Reinhardt alive, but the reback coming out onto Matman, and now these are just picks left and right. Javi with the very interesting hide back there for the freeze. I don't think he told his team. They were way ahead of him, but all this culminates to Frost Surge, bringing the series 2-1.
Yeah, headphone warnings for everyone. Great job, Frost Surge. You did exactly what we said that you needed to do. You needed to make a statement here. Full hold, if not full hold. If not full hold, then hold that point for as long as you can. Make Peanut Butter Panthers work for it, because right now they had it right. Well, up until now, they had it in their mind that they're just running all over you. They're winning, so they think they're better. That might not necessarily be the case there. So very great job. I'm going to give that to the entire team there. That is a team MVP right there. They
Well
did a
done,
great
yes.
job. Really showing you know how to work that composition. It's a 6-man wrecking squad. It's not dive. It's nothing. Sombra sees someone, they hack the main tank. Everyone dives on that main tank, and it's my favorite composition because it's called the feeding composition. You
It
all
is.
feed you 6-man feed into one player, and I'm a professional feeder, so I usually have gold feeding in most of my games.
The Gold Feed Award, indeed. And yeah, that was exactly what Frost Surge needed to do. They're now 2-1 in the series. They have a mountain to climb though. They have a mountain to climb now. Peanut Butter Panthers having the map choice now after losing that last map, and they've picked Volskaya. And now, look, based on what we've seen from Peanut Butter Panthers, what can we expect to see on Volskaya, Dylan?
I'm thinking more of actually maybe we saw them come out with a double bubble at the beginning of Hollywood.
We did.
So possibly some double bubble on both the attack and defense can be very good. Uh, maybe some double shield, maybe some Hog Sigma.
Ooh, yes, I
Really,
do enjoy.
as a dirty Sigma player, I do enjoy some anytime I get to play Sigma. But
Roadhog go burr. Roadhog go
Roadhog
burr.
does go burr.
Does
Uh,
go burr, indeed.
but you actually have a lot of compositions that both teams can play. We saw them bring out the Pharah. Pharah very good on Volskaya, at least for the first point. You've got those high buildings you can play around. You've got that left side ocean you can flank around and play from those rooftops and peek in or peek out, shoot a rocket, drop back down to peek back out, shoot another couple rockets. It's just there's so many compositions that can be played here, and I'm more ready to I'm looking forward to see what Frost Surge is going to bring. That Monkey Diva 6-man brawl really proved to be it's something that Peanut Butter Panthers can't stop. As of right now, they haven't shown that they can. So the typical saying, "Don't fix it if it ain't broke." So I'm really hoping that they come out with that Winston Diva composition and basically, like I said, reactionary Overwatch. Make Peanut Butter Panthers react to you. Get them out of their comfort zone. They might not be as comfortable with the mirror, but the mirror is the best way to counter it. So, if, without it's really one of the best ways to counter it. So, uh, really looking to see what Frost Surge does here, because Peanut Butter Panthers didn't seem to have an answer for that composition.
No, they really didn't. The 6-man looked incredibly strong for Frost Surge. You have to think this is a map where there is some viability for that, where we could see the 6-man. I mean, I like what you said. Peanut Butter Panthers with that double bubble comp could be something to see. I'd like to see that personally. But I mean, 6-man could completely shut that down if you're the side of Frost Surge. But I mean, I think the question's really just got to be momentum. If you're Peanut Butter Panthers, this is the mark of a seasoned team, is being able to, take a loss in a map like that and be able to shake it off and go back to playing your game, which, you get that opportunity. It is your map choice now. So this is a map that they picked. This is a map that you have to think that they've got some level of comfort on. So now, if you're Peanut Butter Panthers, you can't sweep the series now. It's 2-1. If you give up this one, you're looking at a map 5. You've brought them right back into it. It's back 0-0. So it's all a question of the momentum of, can Peanut Butter Panthers weather the storm? Can they bounce back? Can they have a good showing on this map and close out the series? Still, it's still match point. They still have a chance to close this out. Meanwhile, your Frost Surge, you've literally just got that last map win under your belt. You're feeling strong. If you can keep up that momentum, you know that you have a chance to basically reset this series, bring it back to 0-0, play that map 1 all over again, so to speak. And so, both teams are really hungry. This is a pivotal map. I equate it to soccer in a sense where I had a high school soccer coach that used to say that 2-1 was the most dangerous scoreline in soccer, because it's everything can happen at that point. One team needs to push it ahead, another team needs to tie it up and basically bring everything back to 0. It's just so dangerous, and that's what we have here. I'm excited. This is going to be a great Volskaya.
And this is actually looking to be like a complete mirror from what Hollywood was. Frost Surge on the defense with this Neo Ghost comp, and Peanut Butter Panthers on the attack with this double bubble, with this Pharah, with this Mercy, this Tracer. And as we see them dive in, just trying to take control over this high ground, but
Garo hitting the first
and
pick.
Ricey.
Derpy onto that Ana kill. Ricey taking out Pin. Darth Bieber will take down Zuramantha. Nodlin taking down his counterpower Matman. The picks piling up for Frost Surge, but Darth Bieber tries. He does go down. Winter, nice double kill on the pharmacy combo. That's exactly what you want to see from your diva, and that's a nice start for Frost Surge.
Yeah, it is a nice start, but we actually see Peanut Butter Panthers completely changing it up, going to a more traditional Rhine diva, a Cassidy composition.
I like that. I like seeing Matman on the Reinhardt.
Does catch out Scarrow, but he does have that
oh, and Commodore. Big pick onto Darth Bieber there. The Lucio getting aggressive. Scarro's going to take that immortality fill. Nodlin taking down Derpy. Ricey taking out Zuko. Huge picks for Frost Surge. Now, Pin will take down Nodlin. That may still able to fight strong on the point, but ultimately Commodore. Couple of kills in this fight. Looking strong. The stagger now coming out. The hack. All of it. Yes. Now, there is a ledge. There is a ledge, but no, value still will be achieved as Commodores are getting the boop. I wasn't sure if that was going to go to Winter. Cabo? You alright, everybody?
That's not good. That is not good whatsoever. The stagger on the Baby Diva was just what you needed to let Nodlin get back into the fight. As you see, he is now here. Lucio skates fast, though, so he could be back, maybe a little bit late. What Frost Surge is going to have to do is they're going to have to just give some space, give some ground. You see he's already back. But Peanut Butter Panthers, they need to play that so much faster, knowing that they were down a Lucio who can get there quickly. So if you can get there quicker than Lucio, who's now down again.
Look how Madman forced the monkey Winston to scatter there, but Winter's going to bring it right back in with a nice couple of kills. 2 kills and the D-Max. Scarro got Bieber. That was looking really strong for Peanut Butter Panthers up until Winter hits that bomb. And now Scarro's going to take down Zuko, and now Frost, they've weathered the storm. And I just got to say, that was great. Because there was no Lucio to maneuver the 6-man, Matman was able to force Nodlin away, but then Winter comes out with that bomb, and that stops everything. That was very impressive from Frost Surge.
Yeah, really got to feel.
6-man EMP.
Yeah, really got to feel for Matman. You think, oh, yep, stand behind me. I'm going to block this shield, and then right as that bomb is about to go off, you hear "Apagando los luces," and you're like, well, I guess we die here. Great EMP coming out from Ricey. Great bomb coming out from Winter.
It's huge.
You gotta feel for Matman. I've been there. I'm pretty sure we all have. Where you just hear of the hack.
Well, he did
and
it right. That's the kicker. He did everything right. And now a nice hack coming out on the pin from Ricey, hacking that Diva, taking that defense matrix out of the fight. Calvados is going to take out the Immortality Field. Shatter coming out. Scarrow in the backline trying to get that Death Blossom. Not much doing. Pin getting the self-destruct kill. You did have a nice sound barrier coming out from Zuko. It's keeping the team alive as the picks come in for Peanut Butter Panthers. And now they've got presence on the point. Progress coming in, and this will not be a full hold like it was on Hollywood.
You know what I don't like about that fight, though?
What's that? What's that?
Look at the old bank and look at those percentages.
Oh.
They used every single ult except for the high noon. We get it. You got to do what you got to do to get that point, especially with about 40 seconds left. Just how much there was when they finished off the kills. But now it's going to be just a long.
Whoa, that's an early pick.
But Darth Beaver with the early pick, the death.
He gets hacked out of the Deadeye. That's impressive. It's Ricey getting that value there. Ultimately now picks not really there. Ricey taking down the Immortality Field, able to translocate out of the flashbang. Scarro going to work on Cool Mat. Interesting, not sure how the DMAT goes down, but Derpy does get the kill onto Winter. Hodlin taking out Darth Bieber. Pin taking out Hodlin. The Coalescence getting two, though, as Javi and Derpy go down. Matman taking down Scarro. A lot of picks coming in. Matman waning. The suck from the Moira was just enough to take down Matman, and now Zuramantha leading the charge, holding this point, keeping any more progress. It looks like they will stop the second tick as Nautilin and Scarrow get the cleanup.
You know, everyone hates on DPS Moiras, but when there's no one to heal because everyone's dead, or everyone's
sometimes you got to do it to them.
Sometimes you got a DPS Moira, and the DPS Moira just killed 4 right there. So
sometimes you got to do it to them. That's all I can say. You had to do it to them, and there was a lot of that. You just had to do it to them.
Yeah, good thing though with that long fight is Peanut Butter Panthers did build up most of that ult bank.
They did.
They have everything back except for that high noon, which it's Cassidy. He's going to get that back real
big
quick.
hack coming out from Ricey, able to translocate out. Bomb from Winter coming in. Nothing doing there. Scarro lurking, ready with the Death Blossom. Shatter coming out from Matman. Derpy's able to take out Nodlin. Sound Barrier coming out as well, keeping Matman nice and cozy on that point. Freeze coming out from Javi, and all the ults are coming out from Panthers. They're just loading this point up with all the ultimates. Scarro with the Death Blossom. He got one, that's about it. Scarro taking out the Immortality. He's going to work on Matman. Not much yet, having to reload. Still no picks. Matman taking down Calvadozer. Meanwhile, though, in all the aftermath of this, Scarro's still alive, still putting in work. Hodlin getting the Primal Rage kill finally onto Matman. Coalescence coming out from Zuramantha, and it will be Frost Surge holding strong on the point.
Yeah, it was a good hold, good turnaround there. Zuramantha really putting in the work with the heals, the damage, building up coalescences every single fight, and you really got to really give it to Frost Surge, as that's some nice tech coming out by Zuramantha with the new and improved Moira Fade that just came out recently. They didn't allow
that's a prime example of what you can do with it. Yes, absolutely.
But back to Frost Surge, they disallowed the second tick. So there's the Peanut Butter Panthers still only has one tick, and they've got an EMP that they're facing. Ricey needs to either end this here or just hold off on it, use it right now, and that looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
That was huge.
Big 6
Very huge. Shuts down the Deadeye. Matman waning. Winter will take down Matman. Calvados are taking down Derpy. And now the push coming in from Frost Surge as they get the rest. Scarro getting a nice double kill onto the mech as well as Darth Bieber. Lone May sitting on the point as Javi tries to fight for a little progress, ultimately going down. No, they got the tick. Still not managing to get that second tick, though. That was almost sneaky enough to work from Zuko, but ultimately Nodlin will take down Zuko there, and it will be a hold coming out from Frost Surge. They have a win condition.
They do have a win condition, and with this 6-man bulldozer comp, not bulldozer comp, but the 6-man Neo Ghost comp, it's looking.
It's a Calvadozer. It's not a bulldozer. It's a Calvadozer.
Yeah, it's a Calvadozer. But yeah, with the 6-man Calvadozer comp, they took a very fast point A Hollywood, or well, the first tick of it with that composition. You can only imagine how fast they're going to take this first point here on Volskaya, and I think if they cap this first point with quite a bit of time left, it's curtains for this map, and it's going to be Frost Surge bringing it back to a map 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if it's all going to be what kind of time bank can you whittle it down to here, because it's it's two CP problems that we have here. I think it's not a question of if but when you're going to cap A. So if Peanut Butter Panthers, if they can do a successful job of holding it, and really getting that time bank down, then they definitely have a win condition. They didn't get that second tick, but they got darn close. So they've got a win condition as well. But at the end of the day, I mean, with as strong as this 6-man comp has looked since Frost Surge switched to it, you really have to feel like this is kind of favoring them as far as getting that hold where they did. It's just going to be, I think, the ultimate question is that choke, though, Dylan, is can the 6-man comp maneuver through these very thin chokes that Volskaya Point A has?
Yeah, that's going to be a good question. But I mean, it looks like Peanut Butter Panthers is just going to concede the choke to them, give them the space that they want, that they can use.
That's questionable to me.
If you want to break this comp, you don't want to let them maneuver as freely as they want to. See Pin just spy checking here, not really knowing exactly where the Sombra is, as these teams look to collide in this upper staircase on the right side of the point.
Garo was getting aggressive there, but ultimately wraithing out of there, holding position on the point, gonna teleport out of there, playing just a game of cat and mouse at this point.
Yeah, it's a very good way to bait to bait Peanut Butter Panthers down. Knowing that this Reaper's down here all alone, it can be a juicy target, baiting them down off of the high ground, and then just teleporting out of there.
A game of cat and mouse, but who is the cat and who is the mouse? Hat coming out onto Pin from Ricey. Nothing much able to come of it, though, as it looks like the 6-man comp will ultimately have to back up and maneuver around. Pin now out of the hat, gives chase. Zuko taking down Scaro, and that will be the first pick of this physical that we're seeing. Hack's coming out, Zuko trying to fight off the Sombra, and still no picks. Derpy taking out Nodlin, and now the 6-man being pushed back.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to do. They, Peanut Butter Panthers, weathered that storm very, very well, and just did a very good job of rotating around, not letting Frost Surge set up on you and do the damage straight to your face like they want to. And we have 2 minutes left in this hold, and that one fight took 2 minutes basically. So right now, Peanut Butter Panthers setting themselves up nicely.
I'm going to have to take note of that. I just saw a nice little translocator spot from Ricey setting that up. Ultimately now Deadeye coming out. He's got the amplification matrix, self-destruct coming through as well. All the ults coming through for Panthers, but yet no kills. It will be Matman getting that shatter kill onto Scaro though. Pin taking down Commodore, Winter taking down Derpy. Zerhamanther with the coalescence. It will take down Matman. Freeze coming out from Javi as Winter takes down Darth Bieber. And these are a lot of picks for Frost Surge, but there's still a lot of presence for Peanut Butter on the point as Hodlin takes down Javi with that Primal Rage, buffeting around the Diva. He's back in regular form now. DMET coming out onto Pin as Ricey is going to get the credit for that DMET kill. Winter taking down Zuko. Ricey finishing the job.
This can be all over right here. You only have an a sound barrier to respond to this EMP. And both teams actually have and a Death Blossom as well. I didn't realize it was that close. I guess I just kind of skimmed over that. But you only have the sound barrier to apply to this EMP Death Blossom combination. It's about to be coming, and they only need basically 2 points. But with Commodore not going down early, that's a retreat.
Go easy on him, Matman. He gets that double kill, and now the pressure up. Will Scaro live? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna.
Oh!
Never mind, I lied.
Beaver said no, no, no. And now look at this though. It has been Ricey getting a little bit of progress there, not enough to really do anything. The EMP still looming. There's a lot of ults on both sides for these teams, Dylan.
Yeah, and Ricey needs to. He has spotted Zuku. But Ricey needs to bait out this point first before using the CMP. Get the entire team to drop onto the point. Give your team the space to walk in for free. Once everyone's on this point, that's when you EMP. But like I said, Ricey has caught out Zuku. So knowing exactly where this Lucio is, just solo EMP the Lucio. And that's not what's going to happen.
Gyro does take out the immortality, but that sound barrier keeping everyone nice and strong. Winner taking down Madman, though. That's a huge pick for Frosters. That might be the start they need. But this Deadeye from Darth Beaver, it might be able to get some potential here. Zuramantha staying out of the way. Darth Beaver does take down Nodlin. Darth Beaver taking down Scaro as well. Derpy getting the D-Mech. Ricey does take down the Reign of Cassidy's Terror. And now Javi will take down Winner. This is looking firmly in hand for Peanut Butter Panthers. Again, another strong defensive hold.
Yeah, another strong defensive hold. And really, Frost Surge used most of their resources there.
Yes.
Able to hold on to a tank ultimate and a the Blizzard. So I mean, very good ult management there from Peanut Butter Panthers, and it looks like they could, they're on a good route to hold this one.
I really like what they're doing. They are making life very difficult for Ricey. That being said, he is 75% up to another EMP, so not difficult enough. As we begin, it looks like Frost Surge will go ahead and start on point. This is going to take the fight. Shatter coming out. It's a big one coming out for Madman. Still no picks just yet. Scaro taking out the Immortality, and now we have a D-Mech. Pin D-Mech's winner. Scaro takes down Darth Beaver. Nolan getting that melee kill onto Derpy. EMP coming out as Scaro takes out Madman. Winner takes out Javi. And this is what Frost Surge needed. Playing it patient, taking down Zuko. The progress coming in, and we have a tie ball game as we head into map 5. Oh! Just kidding, there it is. A little bit of a G-bait, a little bit of a caster trick there, it would seem. But all the same, Frost Surges brought this series back to 2-2. And guess what, Dylan? We're going to a map 5.
We're going to a map 5. My least favorite thing, especially if you're in Peanut Butter Panther situation, because I have been. Going to this map 5, you're destroyed. You had it. You were up 2-0. You let them get back into this game. They have all the momentum. You're probably starting to tilt at yourself and your teammates. I will say I am the biggest source of this. I get tilted.
Dylan, surely not. Certainly not.
I get angry.
You jest.
My Alt F4 button is basically a hotkey at this point. But it's Peanut Butter Panthers is really going to have to keep their mental in check here as we go into this last map, because being on the receiving end of a reverse sweep is not easy for your mental.
Yes, and I have to throw it to coaching here too. I mean, you look at. I mean, Rook is a kind of an established presence here in the scene at this point, and you look at the level of composure his teams are able to show. I mean, it's just one of those things that I really feel like that's what's boding the favor here right now for Frost Surge here late in the game. They've really come on strong. They've analyzed the scenarios that were allowing Panthers to become successful, and they're trying to slowly isolate that and relegate that. I mean, I thought Panthers were doing a great job of giving trouble to Ricey, but at the end of the day, Ricey's still able to find that value on Sombra, and that's where it really counts because they know you're on Sombra. They're looking for you. They know you've been causing problems, and to still be able to bring that value home, even watching as much pressure and focus was being applied to him. I mean, you saw that one, like before they end up winning there, they're just chasing him basically almost back to the far side of A, back to the original point. I mean, they're chasing him hard. They're giving it everything they have. They are the Peanut Butter Panthers. So I mean, it's that to me is very impressive because a lot of pressure falls on the Sombra in these 6-man comps. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in that role. You're relaying information. A lot of times you're going to be the lone wolf. A lot of that stuff. We do have word on our final map. I can postulate on Sombra for days, but to the match at hand, we are going to, you guessed it, Busan.
And this is another map where that 6-man dive comp, or not dive comp, brawl comp, is really good. You can even use it on mecha base, but most people will just run a Reinhardt instead, just because there's not the vertical mobility that Winston has to just jump straight up. Not as much of that. But both Downtown and what's the other one? Sanctuary. They are both very good for the 6-man Neo Goats composition. The Kaba Dozer, as you've dubbed it.
Yeah, I would like to see more of that 6-man. I think if we do go to mecha base, I think that I don't think Surge looks terrible on the Reinhardt comps. I don't think Nodlin looks bad on the Reinhardt. I think there's been a lot of good plays there. But I think you can definitely say that Matt Man's been the more of the Rhine player throughout the series. So I do think that gives Peanut Butter Panthers a bit of a chance here in this series. Is that if we go to that mecha base for one of them, they have a really strong Rhine comp. We've seen a lot of success with them on the Cassidy, on the May, playing with that. We've seen Pins Diva do exceptionally well at times. Meanwhile, we've seen the same from Winter. It's been great Diva performance on both sides. I feel like you could probably tell me a little bit more about that, Dylan. But just from my standpoint, it seems like Winter and Pin have been doing exceptionally well in that Diva role.
Yeah, they both have, and like I was going to go back. I was trying to find a time to chime in on my opinion. Back to the Sombra, making
Oh yes,
Ricey's job a living heck.
of course.
Yeah, Penn was constantly scouting for him, maybe in the wrong directions, but you never know where that invisible Sombra is going to be. So you got to look everywhere, and Diva's a great person to do that. No reloading, good spread with the shotguns. So. But yeah, Penn constantly scouting. And again, back to Ricey and the Sombra. He built an EMP in less than a minute.
Very fast.
And that's what won them that fight. They weren't expecting the EMP. I want to say Zuku is at around 60 to 70%, somewhere in there on the beat. So not even a potential for a beat counter. So
rebuttal,
very good on
right.
Ricey, just knowing hey, I'm gonna stay here. I'm not going to go for hacks. I'm going to go for farming this EMP. Because if I can farm this EMP before my counterpart can build the beat, not counterpart, but my counter.
Your counter. You were half right. You had counter in there. You had counter in there.
I did. I'm getting there. We're close. Words are hard sometimes.
You're on it. You're doing great.
And both teams actually running this 6-man. Can't call it the Cabadozer comp anymore because only one team has a Cabadozer.
That's true. We do have the mirror comp coming out. I think this is probably the smart pick from Panthers. And Ricey, though, going to get the counterpart. I mean, Darth Bieber going down instantly there. This is going to allow kind of just a free reign now if you're Surge. Yeah, no picks coming from it, but they have to get out. You know what I mean? Like, they got to get out. And Cabadozer will finally take down Hobby, and that's it. That's game over for your 6-man.
Yeah, well, Darth Bieber just gets killed right out of the gate again. Look at this EMP difference, 20% to 50% and counting, 60% now. I mean, this is a huge difference in EMP charge. Not something you want to be if you're Peanut Butter Panthers. But I'm gonna give a little.
Now that's Nodlin coming in with the first pick onto the mortar. That's huge. Cabadozer's gonna take out Madman. That's 2 huge picks. That's half your 6-man, and that's a very important half. The rest of the picks coming in is Winter cleaning up, taking out the D-Mech of Penn, getting Zuko as well. I mean, wow, this is talk about momentum. Look at how the domination on the 6-man comp is coming in for Surge right now.
Mm-hmm. And I want to go back to what I was saying. Darth Bieber, a little harsh truth here. Don't ever go for that health pack first because the other team's going to be there. They're just going to look to blow you up. Have your team rotate into it. You look for a big hack to pressure the other team out, and then you can get that hacked. Then you can hack that health pack to help your team with the stability. I know what you're doing there, but sometimes it can be your downfall, as we just saw.
Wise words from Dylan. But now Winter finding out Darth Bieber again, and these words, they fall on deaf ears. Darth Bieber can't hear you right now, though he needs to. Sound barrier coming out from Cabadozer. Self-destruct manages to get Cabadozer for his troubles, though. Nodlin in the thick of it, going to work with that Tesla cannon. He's having to Primal Rage just because of that immortality, or that sound barrier, excuse me, coming out from Zuko. It will be Pin taking down Scaro now. The Reaper going down for Surge. That's a big source of their DPS. An opening now for Peanut Butter Panthers as they take down Nodlin. Javi going to work on the Reaper of his own. Zeramantha with the Coalescence, but Javi, the double kill with the Death Blossom. That's going to allow progress to flip over. There's still work to be done, still lingering vestments of Surge, but it does look to be firmly in hand of Panthers.
Yeah, and they do have this EMP. Good thing about your Sombra dying a lot is you don't ever get the chance to use the EMP. So they do have the EMP for this fight, so that should be another fight win to help build some ultimates to help get them back into this fight percentage-wise. And as he's looking for it, he is going for it, and it is going to be a 6-man EMP.
No, it's 5. He didn't get
5.
Ricey, but that's good enough. The 2 picks coming in. Javi getting one. Scaro will take down Matman, but that's going to be too little too late. Hack coming out onto Scaro now, but Scaro, Matman and Javi going down. Scaro lives, but ultimately Darth Bieber on the right side of the kill feed this time. The EMP finding value and a strong fight coming out from the Panthers.
Would it be the right side of the kill feed when they're on the left side of it?
Touche, you got me there.
But no, Scaro there almost turned it around for his team. Killed almost killed 3 people there, and could have very well turned it around for
a bit of a deadlift, a possible deadlift there, cast asunder.
Yeah, we do have we do have a Sombra hacked right now, and Ricey just makes it out of there.
That was a cool battle.
For an EMP bomb. We do have the potential for an EMP bomb, an EMP Death Blossom here. Really have anything as all 3 of these ultimates are online. And there's the EMP bomb
coming
right there.
out with the bomb. Winner gets 2. First Darth Bieber, and then the self-destruct taking out Javi. No DPS for the side surge. They've got point progress again, and they're up to 80%. They're going to hassle Matman on his way out. This would be a huge pick to get the stagger. They get it. And now they're set up right in the spawn doors of Peanut Butter Panthers.
Yeah, the only thing is you don't want Darth Bieber to get behind you, and back cap is we have a battle going on over there. Darth Bieber got a little bit of help as Derpy disrespected the 1v1 a little bit, but Ultimate's coming from the side of Frost, so this could be over for this first map.
But Zuramanta's going to take down Darth Bieber there immediately. That's impressive, but Matman will take down Kabadozer, but no Sombra on the field for Panthers. That's going to make things harder. Nodlin taking down Derpy. Scare with the Death Blossom taking down Zuko. No support on the side of Panthers either. Overtime going to be taking down. You've got no heals. It's just a lone Reaper. Now a lone Baby Diva, and there's no one there. Overtime taking down. This is 1-0 for Frost Search, and they're on to match point.
Yeah, they're on a match point right now. If this is downtown, if it goes to downtown, I'm predicting Frost Surge wins it right there. If it goes to Mecha Base, I think we are Mecha Base. I think Peanut Butter Panthers. This is their time to bring it back to a map 5, third round. You know, as far as you could possibly get. And as we see the Reinhardt composition coming out immediately from Matman and his fellow teammates. As this is obviously what they feel most comfortable on.
I like that Frost Surge is sticking to their guns. They're running the 6-man. You know, you dance with the one that brung you, as you say, and the 6-man has been paying the dividends. But I think the advantage now, Control Center, Mecha Base, Mecha Base has just made this interesting here because you've got Matman on the Reinhardt. You've got that advantage. Darth Bieber over on the Reaper. I'm looking at that too.
Yeah, these teams just posturing here. A nice wall coming out to split Scaro off, make him use that Wraith form to get out. But ultimately, no damage has been done. An immortality field was used as well. So you've got 30 seconds where that is not online, and where Frost Surge can get super aggressive and do some damage that will last as death.
Wow, double shot kill! Support line cast asunder by Matman. Scaro will take him down for his troubles, but that's a lot of picks coming out on the side of Peanut Butter Panthers. They get the team kill, and now they will have access to the point to start this off.
That was a nice shatter coming out from Matman. A very fast shatter again.
Special.
Allowing him, his team is just propping him up to allow him to swing, to build up these Earth Shatters. And you can't ask for much more. You get the 2 support players, one of them having speed and moving that team comp around, as Matman is now just getting collapsed on, getting a lot of help from his teammates. Ice Block forced out, as well as a Coalescence that does take out Javi.
That's a big kill onto Javi though from Zuramanta's. That's a nice EMP coming out. A lot of picks coming out for Frost Surge, and that's the 6-man paying dividends, getting the Sombra in there and letting the Reaper just eat.
Reaper and Sombra, I mean, they both worked for Talon at one point, but they really work together well. You hack the Diva, now you can't eat all the damage.
They have an excellent working relationship, agreed.
They do. Not only are they good at breaking into secret organizations and hacking things, they're also good at just eating up the entire team. As a winner throws out the bomb.
Self-destruct, it's not going to get much, but Sound Barrier coming out from Zuko, it's going to keep Peanut Butter Panthers nice and strong as they make their way to point. Obviously going to throw that out. Darth Bieber looking to get some value on the Reaper. Zuko and Pin, though, they're the ones getting the kills. Scaro with the Death Blossom, he gets Immortality, he gets Derpy. Ricey takes down the mech, but it's Hodlin and Winter responding with a couple kills too as well. And now these are a lot of kills coming out from Frost Surge. They look to be holding strong here.
Yeah, the good turnaround, good turnaround from Winter and
Wow.
Nodlin. Winter came back at the right time. Ultimately fed at the beginning there to throw out his bomb. Would have liked to see it a little bit later. Maybe even hold on to it until you absolutely need it, because Ricey now has another EMP. You could EMP bomb here. But
Oh, that's a big shatter.
Almost blocked too.
Almost. That was a close to a block. Now we've got Lamp coming out. Still no kills, but the Fire Strike coming out. That's a 5-man EMP, but Madman got a double Fire Strike kill. Zeramanthus finally going to get one with the Coalescence on that one, but now it's all just fighting on point. Javi low, hacked, but Darth Bieber getting the kill onto his counterpart. Zeramantha does take down Hobby. Darth Bieber taking down Winter, and now this is a lot of presence on the point for Peanut Butter Panthers. Can Nodlin hold? I don't believe so. He's got a Reaper in his face as well. It's now down to just a little bit of stall as we try to get some progress if you're Frost Surge, but this will be Peanut Butter Panthers. And now, they've got a bit of a mountain to climb, but they've got the comp to do it, wouldn't you say?
They do, and they do have some ultimates. They've got the Amplification Matrix. They've got, with Madman, I'm surprised he already doesn't have an Earth Shatter. And with taking down Ricey, that's just going to be a little bit more percentage for you before they can engage. They really want to build
that gives you another 10%, give or take, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've got the ultimates to hold this fight right here. Almost all of them, as you see, Darth Bieber is the lowest at 70% on the Death Blossom, and not really much in response. You know, you're getting close to some from Frost Surge, but you don't have them. You know,
no, this is a dry fight still if you're them. Now, self-destruct coming out from Pin, not getting much, flying over the top. There's still no picks coming out. We see Javi going into the backline. Scaro's gonna get the kill onto Madman after taking out that Immortality. Cobodozer and Zeramantha, the support line, getting nasty here. We got the Death Blossom coming out, all of it for the D-Mech. Primal takes down Pin as the Baby Diva, and now progress trickling up for the 6-man comp. Inexplicable, the Reinhardt comp looking to be cast asunder. Ricey getting taken out by Darth Bieber. Scaro getting the kill onto Zuko. These are all picks coming out for the 6-man comp. And now Madman, he gets the shatter, but nothing doing. Overtime ticking down. Coalescence coming in. This will just be Javi using the freeze, the ice sleep on the point. Wall coming out. This is all just stalling. Overtime ticking down. And the reverse sweep looks to be firmly in hand. Frost Surge taking it away. Overtime still going. Impressive. The Death Blossom coming out, but nothing doing from Darth Bieber. And now fight after fight for the Panthers. They keep doing the contest. They keep doing it, but it's all for nothing as the reverse sweep is complete. Frost Surge. What a first map for this. What a first series. What a first series for this tournament. Impressive.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
a very good series to not only watch but to cast. I know I'm kind of tired. I haven't really talked as much as you. I know you must be tired. I know these players
Hello and welcome back to our first casted match of the Hyperion Cup. I am Lemon Pepper, joined here by Dylan, and we've got our interviewee in from Frost Surge. We've got the flex support player Zura Mantha. How you doing tonight, Zura?
Doing pretty good. Hard fought game.
Yes, it
Now,
was. That's a 3-2 reverse sweep victory that y'all are coming off of. How's that feel to be in the winner's seat of a reverse sweep to start off this tournament?
I mean, a regular win always feels good, but to do it in a reverse sweep feels like even better that you just know that you need to work on things and so you can do it normal instead.
yeah, that's actually going to bring me to my first question. You're down 2-0. You're going to Hollywood. What is the internal comms like in that small little break we had going into Hollywood?
It was a lot of us just getting yelled at for doing things that we shouldn't be doing and not just playing like we normally do. Yeah, it was more our coaches just yelling at us to stop being stupid and play like we know how to play.
Well, obviously it worked. That's what I always say. Some yelling can go a long way. Not really. Uh, But yeah, that was a very good series, and I know it must feel good to be on the giving end of a reverse sweep and coming back. And so, another question: how did that momentum build up for y'all? Did y'all really feel it going into Game 5, saying, "Oh, hey guys, this is it, we're here," or were y'all calm and collected? Just how did that go? Basically, throughout the series, y'all's basically, for y'all's mental and y'all's team communication.
It started out a little rough, but there after that third map, I think it just started. We finally realized we just need to calm down, relax, one step at a time, and then after that, it was just kind of it was a little bit smoother sailing.
Yeah, so that 6-man brawl comp, the Neo Goats, the Winston Diva Reaper Sombra comp. Y'all looked very confident and competent on it. Is that something y'all practice a lot, or was that was that just like a, hey, if everything goes bad, this is what we're going to resort to, or did y'all have that planned for Hollywood? Saw how well it went, moved it on to Volskaya, saw that they really didn't have much of an answer for it, or was that always planned to just roll with that the remainder of the series?
Yeah, the plan was just to roll with that the remainder of the series. It's something that we were working on, so we know how to play it. It's what we like how to play it into certain comps really well. It's what we've been working on. So it was just kind of a good decision to stop screwing around with other things and just sit on that.
Yeah, it was a very good call from coaching. Whoever made that call to move to that composition, because y'all seem to be very well rehearsed in it, and Peanut Butter Panthers didn't really have a much of a answer to it. So my last question here, with the new Moira changes and seeing you playing on Moira, looking very comfortable on her, what do you think of them?
Honestly, I think the verticality was a much needed addition. Just due to the fact that sometimes you're taking fights on like areas where only Monkey, Diva, Lucio, Reaper, Sombra can get to. So you just kind of sit there on the ground. And you're like, huh, wish I could be a part of this, but here's an orb. So with the verticality change, it's much nicer. You can get a lot more healing, and I think noticing it, you can get Ko like 30 seconds faster now on average.
Yeah, we were seeing you getting coalescence basically every single fight, and that's what you want in that composition as a Moira. You're looking to build up those coalescence really, really quick, and sometimes even start off a team fight with it and end with it. Maybe not using it, but you have it or you're very close to it. So that's all for the questions I have. Lemon Pepper, do you have any questions?
Let's see. Okay, yep, Mike's is back on. All right, we're good to go. No, I mean, not really. Just one thing I am interested of is, with this Froster team, we are familiar with, Cobodozer, Winter, Ricey, Scarrow from last season, but you and Nodlin are two new faces. I think those are the only two. Like what is y'all's dynamic with this in the team as kind of from what we see, at least from the outside looking in, it's kind of like the newcomers on the team. What's that dynamic like?
Honestly, it feels good. The past couple seasons that I've been playing in tournaments, I've been with the same organization, so it's a whole new org for me. And Honestly, it's felt great so far. They're really welcoming, like, and easy to work with. It's overall just an amazing feeling. Like I don't feel so much like the new guy as I'm just part of the team.
Mhm.
That's
That's
fantastic. That's exactly what you love to hear. Which seems like a good segue into kind of just in closing. Any shout outs you have for us? Anybody you want to kind of throw it out to out there?
Thanks, Rook, for actually letting me trial instead of telling me no, and Jarvis for being honest so much. It's gonna take us a long ways.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, that'll about wrap us up here. This has been our first cast of the Hyperion Cup. I've been your play-by-play caster, Lemon Pepper. I've been joined here in the booth by Dylan, and thank you all for joining us. We're looking forward to bringing y'all a lot more content as the season rolls out, and we'll see you next time.
To the